You ever seen those prisons out there?
Yeah.
Just think about that. No AC in there.
Right when you're getting into Edinburgh, there's a big one on the left. It says, "Don't pick up hitchhikers."
Yeah, but that's the best place to pick up hitchhikers.
Always pick up those guys.
Don't listen. Rolling. What's up, sucker?
Man, what up, man?
What's up, sucker? Man, we rolling, man. We're live. I'm here with Vale from Top Street Artist Tattoo Shop. What's up, Vale? What you got going on?
Man, just chilling, just here. Stop
Get
by,
closer
see
to the
what's
microphone,
up.
man. You got see, look, they started drifting, dude. They just started.
Yeah, no, just stop by and see what's up.
Stop by to see what you're just cruising through the neighborhood
Just
and
walking by, trying to get some weed.
oh, really, dude? Dude, you know it's 7:30 in the morning, motherfucker?
7:30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know. I can probably get something right now. It's past 7:30.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a good time
It's,
for I don't think 7:30 in the morning is a good time for weed sales. I personally wouldn't think it is. Not for sales. I think you already have it at 7:30 in the morning. You took care of that problem.
7:30 is good for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's good for
at
sleeping.
7:30.
You know what I do? I like to wake up at 7:30 in the morning, but I don't get out of bed.
Okay.
And I just go back to sleep, and that's when I do my best sleep.
I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning every day, and I just get up and walk to one room and say, "Yo, get the hell up! Time to go to school." And I go back to sleep, bro.
And that's just to your parents, huh?
Right to mom and dad. Mama, levántate.
Get up, go to school. Y'all got to do something.
Yeah, no, the kids, bro. The kids.
The kids, and then just send them, and then they take themselves to school.
Yeah. They drive the car. So
So what time?
forget.
So you own Top Street Artist Tattoo Shop, huh?
Yes.
On
O'Connor Road.
O'Connor Road.
Yeah.
O'Connor Road.
10259 O'Connor Road.
100259.
O'Connor Road.
And what time do you open the shop at?
We're supposed to open up at 11, right? But
ish. Do you put ish that on?
Well, yeah. You know, if my phone bangs, I'll get up and go to work real quick. You know what I'm saying? But man, I get to work like around 12, 1. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know what 12 or 1 means.
That's my morning. You know what I mean? But I work late. So
yeah, dude, you stay.
Yeah, I stay pretty late. I stay till about 10, 12. You know what I mean?
That's some of your work right there, huh?
Oh yeah.
What's your style? Do you have a style?
Man, I like doing black and gray and color, lettering, a little bit of everything, bro.
What got you into tattooing, man?
It's graffiti.
You were a graffiti artist?
Yeah. I've been painting graffiti for a long time.
You did that right there?
That's Ty. Ty works in
Tyshawn?
Yeah. You know Ty.
Tyshawn.
Yeah, that's
dope,
Ty.
dude.
Ty works at the shop with me on the weekends. So that's Ty's work right there.
Shout out to Tyshawn. He's
shout
over
out
there
to
with
Ty.
Trey and Uvalde. Sick with the tattoo and skate,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, them dudes are badass, man. Shout out to Trey too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So man, you opened up a graffiti place next to your tattoo shop, right?
Yeah, man. We have the Writers Gallery. It's right next door to the shop.
It's called the Writers Gallery.
The Writers Gallery.
Like writing.
Yeah.
Well, and so what's the deal with that? How does that work?
What's the homie Greg and me, and what's it called? We sell paint and tattoo. You know what I'm
sell
saying?
spray paint?
Yeah, he sells a whole. Really, he does all the graffiti stuff, and then I sell paint too. But he sells like merchandise for like selling like train stuff, and he paints a lot of freights. The homie Greg.
What do you mean he paints a lot of trains? Like moving trains?
Yeah, moving
he
trains.
Catches them
He's a bomber, you know what I'm saying? So
No, I don't know anything about the graffiti line.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, so what that means, he's a bomb. He just hits him quick and he's gone?
Yeah, man, just, go out there, write your name, and then dip real quick. But he paints a lot of freights. So
that says Greg right there?
No, that says bro. He's a DAT. That's the homies. They come by, and outside my shop, bro, we build all these walls, and it's fucking funny because remember how you're a little kid and everybody would be like, "Nah, go write in your own fucking shit." So we fucking build our own stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we have these walls, and a lot of the homies come out and paint.
And then do y'all paint over them again and have them
Yeah,
do it
we
again?
buff them, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes if it's a dope-ass piece, bro, we just take the plyboards, dog, and
put a new one?
Yeah, we'll sell them motherfuckers, bro.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't even think about that. That's
yeah,
badass.
that's me. That's my piece right there.
Oh, really? You did that?
Yeah, Vale. And then with the little Aztec characters.
Well, and the bottom, they hit you up on the bottom, they covered you up, they jumped the fence and got you, or what? Dude?
Nah, I don't know.
I don't know. You're like, them motherfucker, we're going to talk later.
Yo, that shit took me a long ass time to paint, bro. I think I spent like almost 6 months painting that piece.
It looks like I'm tripping on acid when I look at that.
Yeah, that's a badass piece, bro.
What is that on? An illustration board?
Yeah, no, it's like on a plyboard.
Oh, really? What, you painted that?
Yeah. That's how paint acrylics.
Well, and in the back though, that stuff on the wall was graffiti paint, spray paint, right?
Yeah.
And so, do you get a lot of people that go out there, and do all the people know about going out there to do graffiti?
Yeah, bro. Like, we talk to a lot of writers. We have a lot of people that come out.
How does someone find?
We just had a show this weekend, bro.
What do you mean you had a show?
A graffiti show.
Really? So how does that work?
We just called the homies like, yo, dog, we're gonna be painting this weekend, and then they come out and we fucking paint, we barbecue, you know what I'm saying?
And a bunch of people come out and just watch y'all paint?
Yeah, a whole bunch of people from the neighborhood too, and then we have like our friends, our families, you know what I'm saying? They all come out, everybody paints.
What time do y'all start those at? Like in the evenings or during the day or what?
No, sometimes we start, whoever gets there early, bro, depending on how complicated your piece is going to be and how much time you want to put into what you're going to do. Some people show up real early. Some people can just fucking show up and knock shit out real quick. But yeah, dog, it's badass. It's like a real big open spot in the backyard of the shop. So we have like benches and all that shit kind of all spaced out so everybody can like, you know, social distancing and all that stuff right now.
That's cool, man. And then y'all are cooking and all this stuff out there. And anyone can go out there and check it out?
Yeah, anybody can.
Y'all don't rough them up and have to jump them in or nothing?
We have, nah, bro, we ain't got time for that shit. Nah, but what's it called? We have people that come out like vendors. We know how a lot of people that vend like
taco trucks and shit.
Sometimes we've had some people come out. We used to have a Puerto Rican truck, but they moved down the street.
I don't know if you can say that. I don't know. Puerto Rican.
Oh
no, that's just, we're good. We're good. It's part of the U.S. territories. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you know they're us, bro.
They're us. That's all right. My bad. Sorry, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Shout out to Puerto Rico. Go ahead.
Hopefully, I'll be there like in 2 weeks.
Oh, really? Are you going to that convention over there?
No. I'm gonna go out there and just fucking swim.
Are you really? You're gonna go out to Puerto Rico?
I would like to. Maybe in 2 months, maybe.
Really, dude? Yeah, you don't need a passport to go out there.
Yeah, you don't.
You just need a Texas driver's license and an attitude.
Fuck, I got both.
I got both. So you're gonna. I've been wanting to go like somewhere, but is it? I heard Puerto Rico's still not even like infrastructurally back together since all the hurricanes tore them up, dude.
Yeah, like, no, but I mean,
Trump did give them some paper towels to sop up some of that.
Well,
shit.
I mean, you start with something.
Yeah, dude. I think they might be better with all those paper towels. They might have been able to rebuild with that.
Damn, they should have fucking built the wall with them fucking paper towels.
Yeah, that's about how strong it is right now. I'm sorry, my bad. We got derailed there. No, but so you're gonna go to Puerto Rico just to go vacation?
Yeah. We have some friends out there, so we can go out there and go chill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tattoo artist friends or just some friends?
Just friends, you know what I'm saying? So I will go out there and I'll tattoo for a couple of days and paid vacation.
Oh yeah. I knew I did the podcast with Crystal Ivani. She's from Puerto Rico. She worked at Juan Salgado's shop over there.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. She was at Feedman for a while.
He's fucking dope.
She's badass too. Yeah. She does some badass work and she's a really cool chick. But yeah, Puerto Rico's got a good scene. I heard from what she was saying too, and it's got its like beautiful areas and it's got its fucked up places too. So you better watch out.
Yeah.
Have you gone online and just looked up where to go, where not to go, and all this shit?
Nah, bro, I don't give a fuck about that,
dude.
Bro.
I do. I do that. I do that here. I don't wander into downtown by myself. You know what I'm saying? Why am I gonna wander into Puerto Rico downtown by myself? You know what I'm saying? I like to know what I'm facing.
Oh yeah,
that doesn't make you like weak or dumb. It makes you aware, dude. Because I don't want to wander into the fucking hood where they're jacking everyone who comes in. I'm like, oh hell no! What do I need to know about this shit? Right, give me your shit. God.
That's when you take some pain with you, bro, and you just go on a fucking venture, bro.
Yeah. I took a trip to San Francisco like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, and man, all I did before when I knew I was going, I was online like what to know about San Francisco. You know that the tenderloin isn't tender?
Yeah.
Yeah, you end up in the tenderloin. You better watch out. You're going to step in some caca and someone's going to try to jack you and there's any dope you need there, you know.
So don't go to San Francisco.
No, San Francisco's dope, dude. Oh, dude, San Francisco is awesome, dude.
Well, you're making it kind of scary for me, bro.
But like, you have to know what places that not to go to. Like you don't go hang out in the tenderloin. If you end up in the tenderloin, like get the fuck out.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't want to go there then.
Yeah, but if you go to like Battery Park,
they got a Chinatown,
and all that, dude. You know it's badass. But if I was going to Puerto Rico, because I asked Crystal, I think about Puerto Rico, and she was like, "Oh yeah, there's
Yeah. Well, I mean,
everywhere has their sketch.
Every place has their good and bads, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even in the good,
and I
bro.
want to know when I'm going on vacation because I like to wander around and see shit.
I don't know, bro. Sometimes the good people act the worst, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, but you can't have a cuete over there, I don't think. You know, I know you over here. You could probably at least run around with the cuete and know, or call some homies. You ain't got no one to call over there. Man. Nobody. Yeah, look, what is that? San Francisco?
Yo, that's the way it is in fucking LA, bro. We went to LA to go paint
recently.
Yeah, man, it was fucking crazy, bro. It's like a whole different fucking world, bro.
Really, it's a bunch of homeless people all over the street.
Like they have like fucking tents, bro. Like the whole fucking street, and there's like campers, bro. But it looks pretty cool in a graffiti aspect, bro, because they're all bombed up, bro. And they look to us, it looks fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like the slums, you know what I'm saying? But everything has fucking graffiti on it, bro. Like. For a graffiti writer, bro, it would be like heaven, bro, because you can just go in there and fucking paint with nobody fucking worrying about cops or nothing, you know?
But from a human grown up sanitary.
Yeah. Then you look and you're like, man, that's fucked up.
Or if you're the owner of that building or that area, you know?
Yeah, bro.
You have to live there. Bro, Austin's getting there too?
I've heard, bro, but over there, it's like the whole blocks, bro. But they have it nice, bro. And these motherfuckers have it so set up, bro. They have camera systems and AC and fucking TV.
Their tents
and their tents, homie.
Oh, I saw, I'm sure they have generators and shit.
Nah, bro, they're running off the fucking electricity, off the fucking power lines,
figured
bro.
Out how to,
yes, bro. In Mexicano way.
It's like prison, bro.
Fuck. You can figure out a way.
Yeah, you got a power going in there. Someone in there was an electrician. Someone in there was an electrician, and other people just learned how to become one.
I think it's too many, bro, and they're too comfortable, and they figure out the way with the AC electricity, bro. As long as you got electricity in the roof, but you're good.
You know what they did in Austin, right there, by Burnett, and I think it's 183. They put all these homeless people were putting up tents there, right? One dude even has a bicycle fixing business called
a homeless guy.
A homeless dude. It's because he has a sign hanging on his fucking front of his tent. Guaranteed bike fixing service. Like guaranteed, motherfucker. You can't guarantee you'll be here in an hour, bitch. You can't fucking tell me you guarantee the service. So anyway, what they did, because all those homeless people were getting under that bridge, they put a fucking shower station, a porta potty, and a hand washing station there.
All right.
For them. Instead of encouraging them to say, hey man, you need to do something and get it, they put that. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It's good that they do have that if they use it, but god dang, it's making more people move into that area. And there's junk, dude, just trash all over the fucking place, dude. And they're shitting, bro. They're not all using them.
How do you think you become homeless, bro? Do you have to come to that point when you burn every fucking last bridge? You know that every motherfucker you know is like, nah, homie, you can't stay with me.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's I think usually it comes with mental illness and the drugs on top of it, or the drugs bring on the mental illness. Let's say it that way. If they didn't just start with mental illness, one of them crazy people that you see and they were like, oh, that dude's just been whacked out his whole life. But if you saw someone like, man, that dude had his shit together, and like, I'll fucking say it. My son, for instance, my fucking oldest son, he started doing heroin, and then next thing you know, no one wanted to let him in their fucking house. Yeah. You know what's gonna happen.
You're fucking.
You know, and it's always the people. Someone calls you all hurt because they tried to help him and they didn't know he would do it to them. Yeah. They thought they were above that, them getting ripped off by them, and I was like, everyone told you.
That's ignorance, bro.
Yeah, it is. You know, I had this.
But you want to have faith in people, I guess. Sometimes, bro, you want to think like better of these people, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
You do, but when they're in the height of the peak of their drug addiction, and that's when like they go, man, please, I'm done. This is the last time, and you want to hope that it is. That it usually isn't. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be your last victim anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just not going to be that when you actually are in recovery, not still like, I want to get clean. Can I be here? No. Get your fucking self clean and prove it, because otherwise you come in here with the talk of it. I get all excited about it, and then I end up getting fucked.
Oh, no, he's telling that story. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and you want to believe it because it's your son.
Yeah.
You know, he's my oldest, my baby boy, dude, you know, and he's about to be 32 years old here on the 24th, dude. He's got a 13-year-old daughter that I try to see as much as I can, and that's hard to do. And she needs a father figure in her life, and she calls me all the time wanting to hang out with grandpa, and you know, and and it's tough, you know, but I can't, I want to believe every time he says it. Well, actually, he used to say it that he wanted to get right. Lately, he hasn't even said it. He's just like, I'm doing okay, man. I'm like, I guess you're okay with whatever the fuck you're doing, and whatever the fuck he's doing isn't right.
Yeah.
You know, whatever he's doing isn't real. Not because I don't agree with people doing heroin and he's working and, you know, and no. He's out there selling heroin, fucking up someone else's life, stealing, crimes of opportunity. If you put your shit down, if your car door is unlocked at the gas station and he saw that person there, it's gone, you know? He's that guy. So, and until he gets locked up, and it's weird because I thought rock bottom was being homeless during the fucking winter here, you know?
Yeah.
Apparently it isn't.
No.
Apparently it fucking ain't, dude.
You know what happened, right? He figured out how to get electricity off that pole.
Yeah, he figured out how to fucking rig that pole. And, you know, and he, you know, one time he told me, well, you're tough, Dad. You know, you've been to prison. You know how to deal with shit. And I was like, nah, shit. I'm a bitch when it comes to being homeless.
Yeah.
Dude, I need a shower. I need a kitchen.
Straight up.
Yeah, I need a bed. You know, I need I need a recliner. I need cable.
I need Wi-Fi, homie.
Yeah, I need Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
and
bro,
not from the Starbucks or the McDonald's.
Man, I need my fucking Wi-Fi on my fucking PlayStation, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
like,
dude. I'm uncomfortable without all my shit.
Yeah, bro.
You know, so I can't be homeless.
I like having shit, yo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly, dude. And you know, it's just crazy what they throw away for drugs, or they get disillusioned. And I'm just worried that the longer he stays on it, the more that'll just be how he is.
Yeah,
you know, that just becomes them.
They
don't
start
even know
believing
what it's
everything. Like. They start believing their lies or some shit.
Yeah, they don't remember their life any different. They've been like that so long that's just how they don't remember. Like, remember when it used to be cool to go to work and come home, and now that's we can make it like this. We made it this long, and then I see dudes at the handball court that are 57, 58, and they're going, I just got clean. I just quit doing heroin, and my life has changed. I'm like, well, there is a shot at it. You know, there's.
Were they pretty good at that fucking handball? Like you run a game with them?
Yeah, I could run with them. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's dudes that'll fucking beat me because I can't play all the time. But I got. They know when I'm playing that they have to play.
You ever fucking just hit the shot your hand like the wrong way? You know what I'm saying? It's all like bruised up and shit.
Oh, dude, because if I don't go play every weekend for a while, my hand fucking after I'm done playing looks like I just blew it up like a frog, dude. It's all fat, and the next day I'll have a bruise like a circle because I hit the ball like this and underhand, and I hit it perfectly in the center. So it'll be bruised in a circle, and there'll be a bruise where I busted all the blood vessels out here in the back. But other than that, nah. But I have busted a blood vessel in my finger.
Now that I started tattooing, bro, I would not even attempt to play that shit or to fucking even do it, bro. Like me,
there's one of the tattoo artists that goes out there. Jesse?
Yeah, man. Bro, I don't even fucking try to lift nothing too heavy. It's way more than me, bro. Like, nah, I can't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, dude. I mean,
because it mess up your artistry when you tattoo.
Well, if you,
I'm just lazy.
Yeah, that's an excuse. That's an excuse because I know a lot of dudes that we go skate, a lot of tattoo artists, and a lot of them are scared. They're like, man, I don't skate no more because if I break my hand, you know, that's how I make a living.
All right.
It's like a surgeon.
If I break my wrist, you know, this is how I make a living.
Yeah.
And then I was wondering, like, well, I just do shit within my, you know, I'm not trying to be pro anymore. I'm just going out to have fun, and I know what I can and can't do. And that fall could always come, but that could come walking down the stairs. It could come a lot easier skating.
And speaking of skating, I was thinking about getting another board or skating. My daughter went skating the other day. I used to roll, like skate a little bit, but I could not do like a shitload of tricks and nothing. You know what I mean? But I would skate here and there. But we were really incline. I had inline skates. So
don't brag about that, bro.
Nah, but it was.
We called those fruit booters.
Nah, bro. I used to have a lot of homies who would skate in the parks and shit. So
but we don't brag about
in North Carolina, it's a different scene out there.
Yeah, it's like, but
you know what I mean. But
inline skates weren't and skateboards never.
Yeah,
there was like, take that back.
I got in trouble the other day. It was like my daughter was
inline skating or skateboarding.
No, well, my daughter was like, "How come you didn't teach me how to skate?" And I was like, "Well, fuck,
skateboard.
Look what happens if I try to teach you. These guys are gonna be getting mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's the proof.
Put her on the skateboard, man. Not on the fruit boots. They don't even barely make fruit boots anymore, do they?
Yeah, I think they still make them.
Can you still? But there was a couple of. I don't know. I was gonna say chinos, but I'm not going to. There was a couple of Asians.
There you go.
Americans.
Shout out to the Chinos. Nah, there was a couple of Asian brothers that were inline skaters that were in the X Games. They put it in the X Games for a minute, and these dudes were just doing the stupidest shit, dude, on inline. And then it just kind of faded away. And there was a girl, Fabiana, I think her name was, that was badass.
Yeah.
From Brazil.
That's from a long time ago, right?
Yes. And in 2001, when I went to the X Games, the World X Games here, they had it, and then it just went away. But you know the Olympics are coming up this year, and there's going to be skateboarding in the Olympics.
Are they going to have the Olympics though? Like
they are the Olympics. I don't know if they're not going to have people in the seats anymore.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro. Would I think Corona? We're drinking Modelo because we're against Corona. Thank you, Modelo.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that at least Corona allows you to eat without it bothering you.
Yeah.
Because they let you sit at the table, and then Corona goes away. You can take your mask off, and then it lets you eat. And then when you get up, though, it tries to get you back again. But you just put your mask on, and you can walk out.
Yeah.
That's what I really like about that virus. Corona is badass, dude. Yeah. Corona's cool like that because people are hungry.
Do you know anybody who's passed away from that?
Yes, I know a lot of people. I know I'm older. I'm 52 years old, bro, and a lot of people that I graduated with aren't in the best of health, and some of them that even were in better health that like dude I know, shout out Roland Esparza, man. Shout out that dude was a good dude. He was a local attorney here, 53 years old, weight lifter. Used to be like, I think he was like doing even like big weights, like bodybuilding type of shit, dude. No, well, he just had a massive heart attack and died. Right. But in the middle of all this, it's going on, and you know, people, they don't know if he could have had the Rona and it weakened his heart, and he didn't have And then there was a tattoo artist, 38 years old, from Fat Tats in Corpus, caught the Rona, was posting, man, caught the Rona, it ain't so bad. All I did was lose my taste and smell, and then I messaged him, hey bro, make sure you get vitamin D and
I heard that's real good, right?
And all this stuff, yeah, vitamin D,
things like that, right?
So I was texting him like, yeah, bro, I am. And then he was like, man, it's getting worse. I think I'm going to have to go to the hospital. And then he posted, I'm here at the hospital and I still don't even feel that bad. Maybe I should just go home and give my bed to someone that really needs it. And then late, like this was New Year's Eve. I think it was like around New Year's Eve. He posted around 1 a.m, tonight's the hardest night so far.
Oh, damn.
And then when I checked on him in the morning, he was dead.
Yeah.
And
fast.
He was 38 years old, bro. And it just came and took him, dude. This happened in like a 5 or 6 day period, dude.
And that's scary, right?
Yeah, that is scary.
Crazy.
And then another dude that I went to high school with, man, he just graduated from college, was going to start a second career as a teacher. He always wanted to be a teacher, and he had a career doing as an accountant or something. And then he just was like, he retired, and then he wasn't doing anything. And he said, you know what, I'm going to go to school and be a teacher. I want to go back to school and be a teacher.
Man, I think you have to have a lot of patience to be a teacher, bro.
My mom was a teacher. My mom was an English teacher. My sister was a teacher, too.
Like, kids are assholes, bro.
They're pieces of shit, dude.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I get it, dude. Fuck that. And the teachers aren't paid enough. They definitely are not paid enough to put up with that bullshit.
I don't think so either.
My mom went home and was still grading papers and doing all kinds of shit into the evening, taking phone calls from parents that were mad about their stupid ass kid being stupid because they had stupid ass parents and they didn't get it because they were stupid. Yeah. Hey, shout out to stupid parents.
Nah, but you know, it's nothing with the parents, bro. It has nothing to do with the parents, bro.
It's the Royals. Don't tell me it's the Royals in Europe, bro. Because if it's the Royals in Europe fucking these up nation, you might have something, motherfucker.
Nah, I think you're just a kid, bro, and you're just trying to fucking be a kid, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
dude, you being kids, and when you have an audience full time,
you know why they're that way? Because mom and dad ain't around, so that's why they can be little assholes, bro.
Yeah, because when they get home, they don't have any fucking repercussions.
They're a whole different person, probably. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't a bad kid in school. Were you?
Yeah,
I could already tell there was too much of a pause there, dude.
Yeah, no, I was good, yo. I was always just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Always just chill. Like if we went and interviewed all your teachers.
Right?
Did you graduate? Right? Huh? Did you graduate?
No, bro. I got my GED in prison, bro. Like when I was like 32.
Were you a good student? No, I got my GED in prison.
Well, there's your answer.
So what grade did you drop out
of? Maybe like the 10th or 11th. Well, grade? I did the 10th twice, bro.
Because you liked it so much?
It was fucking dope. You know
it was
what I'm saying?
dope. You were like, I'm going to do this one again. Shout out to 10th grade.
Yeah, nah.
I'll be back. See you next year.
Bro, I would not even go, bro. I would go to school and I would just be there half a day, bro. And fucking round up the homies, bro. Then we out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So that whole conversation with these teachers that were going to say he was just chill.
No,
I
bro,
think.
I was
he never shot anyone.
I was giving them a break. You know what I'm saying? I was
Oh.
like, you know what? Mr. Hernandez doesn't need to put up on my shit later on today. So you know what? I'm just going to go home for the rest of the day.
And Miss Hernandez really appreciated that, I'm sure,
Yes,
too.
and she passed me.
What high school did you go to?
South San?
South San?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The less rowdy kids, the more that skipped out, they were like, let them go.
TSA crew.
Oh, really? That's what you were called up there? And then so you dropped out, and then how long after that did you
I
go to
didn't
prison?
necessarily drop out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
You just quit going.
No, bro. I ended up going to jail, bro.
Okay. I feel like, Your Honor, you mind if I treat this motherfucker as a hostile witness? Because he's fucking...
Yes.
Well,
really?
he told the truth. He told the truth.
Yeah.
I didn't drop out. I went to jail.
I went to jail. So how... While you were in school, you went to jail?
Yes, bro. Well, I was not in school. I was like after school type shit, yo. You know what I'm saying?
So you were skipping out?
Nah, bro. Actually, I got caught with the gun, like maybe outside of the school, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like across the street, kind of deal. And
were you gonna cap someone, or you just?
Nah, bro. It was like I was just holding it.
Were you getting into shit with people? Because you were in a crew, you were in a TSA crew. Did you have people
actually,
did you have enemies?
I was taking the gun to my homies, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's slow.
They set me up, yo. They set me up, dog.
Oh, you were framed?
I was framed, B.
Oh shit, dude. Who was it, dude? It was Rocket, Dogman, and Shooter. They put the drugs. Who put the coke in the holes? Who is Smokey the Bear?
Man.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. Nah, I just got fucking hemmed up, yo. You know what I'm saying? So that was fucking strike one. You know what I'm saying?
So what, they got you for a gun charge?
Yeah. Possession of stolen property and possession.
Were you an adult?
Huh?
Were you 17?
I was 17.
Oh, so they charged you as an adult?
Yeah, bro. Bro, I was like locked up when I was in jail for that shit, bro. It was like 23-hour lockdown, bro. I was like, fucking shit, bro.
We're in the county?
No, yeah, in the county, bro.
Why were you in 23-hour lockdown?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was only a
Don't
gun.
say it to me. Were you saying it to them? They were like, he needs to be in lockdown for 23 hours.
I said, like, hey, put that Mexican
Yeah,
in the hole.
like,
you know what I'm saying?
So were you were a bad kid then? Let's backtrack again, and I'll start this line of questioning again. So were you a bad kid in school?
Nah, we wrote graffiti, bro. So that was.
So did you get caught doing graffiti too?
I did, bro. Not when I was bro. I never got in trouble, bro. Like when I was like a teenager, bro. Like I always got away with shit. And then right when I turned 17, 18, bro, like bam. But
right when you were old enough to pay the consequences.
Yeah, bro. But normally, bro, I was always kind of more quiet, bro, because we were in graffiti, bro. So you don't really want too many fucking people to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a mystery thing. You know what I'm saying? But
so you're undercover sneaking around at night.
Yeah, no, I would just. Yeah.
Kind of like Banksy and shit.
Well, no, back then, bro, we didn't have like fucking Ubers and all this shit, bro. We had to fucking walk it. We didn't have cell phones, bro. So if you lived a mile away, bro, I'm gonna walk a mile from here to your house, bro. And then along the way to make it fun, bro, I'm gonna catch a few tags. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And but you always put your name or your symbol and everyone knows that.
Well, I put my name with the crew. You know what I'm saying? TSA crew.
Damn, dude.
So, yeah, dog.
So y'all are also in charge of security at the airports now, right?
Yes, bro. Yes.
The TSA.
If you want, I can get you a jacket.
Get an official TSA jacket. So y'all would go and you'd hit shit up like that, and then you never got caught doing that?
Yes, bro. Bro, I was living in North Carolina, bro, and we came on vacation, bro, and I stayed on probation.
Oh, dude, come on probation.
Yes,
come on vacation,
bro.
Leave on probation.
Yes, that one was a tough one.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So for tagging?
Yes, bro. I caught fucking like 4 felonies, bro, in one day, bro.
For tagging?
Yeah, for tagging, bro.
There are felonies?
Yes, bro. We fucked up, bro. We were on some fucking crazy shit, yo. You know what I'm saying?
No? What are you saying? I don't know how that went down. That you got 4 in one day?
Yeah, bro. Well,
they let you go?
No, bro. They didn't let us go.
Oh, you
bro.
got caught 4 times? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, they went back and said you did that one.
Yeah, bro. They just fucking follow the fucking.
It's like a murder trail, the blood trail.
Like, I think they were walking down the river walk.
And it was a crew of y'all that got caught?
It was me, my homeboy, dog. My homeboy Abco, dog. Maurice, you know what's up?
Shout out to Abco.
Yeah.
Maurice for getting hemmed up with the mastermind over
bro,
there.
The homie, I brought with the homie, bro. We both got fucking in trouble, dog. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was like,
So y'all got 4 felonies for that?
yeah, bro.
Did they stick?
You know what? He ended up, his shit got dismissed, bro. He ended up joining the Marines, bro.
Oh,
so
shit. He had to join a real gang.
Yes, bro.
Like, to get that shit taken away.
Yes, bro. But
you didn't want to join the Marines?
I didn't
Did
have
they
that
offer
option.
you that? Oh,
Nah,
why? Because you already had shit on you?
Yeah, bro. And I was like, nah.
Would you have joined if you had the option?
I don't think so, bro.
Nah.
Maybe. I don't know.
TSA paid better?
Yeah. Nah, they didn't, bro.
So you got 4 felonies that stuck, or did they reduce it to 1?
Well, they reduced it to 1 eventually, you know what I'm saying? But I think I did like for that case, bro, they gave me like 8 years probation, bro. Like I was on probation for 8 years for that graffiti charge,
8
bro.
years?
Yeah, dog. I was like, what the
So
fuck?
and you had restitution,
bro,
for them to pay
I was
to clean
on
that shit?
paper, and for that case, I was on paper for like 2 years, right? I made it 2 years, right? Within the 2 years, bro, I must have gone to jail like 4 or 5 times, bro.
Was that felony probation? It is felony probation. Because so they were going to give you an 8-year sentence?
Oh, yeah. No. I did. What was it for the graffiti? I did 1 year in state jail on 8 years probation. Yeah, I think so.
They sent you to state jail for a year?
Yeah, I was right here down the street.
At Dominguez?
Dominguez.
And what, did you do 10 months or did you do the whole year?
I did like maybe like 7 months, 6 or 7 months. Because remember I was telling you I had gone a few times. And so they gave me all my back time.
Oh, so they let you out?
Yeah, so I was like real in and out. I probably just went over there just to catch a number. You know what I'm saying?
That's where my son was at, yeah.
Yeah.
But so but state jail is junior prison.
I hope the homie doesn't work there no more. But when I got there, bro.
I hope because he's about to get fired right now.
No, bro, look, bro. I went to school with them, bro. They went to school to South Sound with me.
With who? With some
of
dude
the
that worked
guards.
there?
Yeah, bro. So when I'm there, bro, I look and, man, these homies, bro, they'll be in my house, bro. Like, right before we'll go to school, bro. We used to catch the same bus to school, bro. And I just show up and they're like, bro. So it wasn't as bad, bro. Like every other day, bro, like I was eating Jack in the Box or some tacos or some homemade food the homies will fucking slide through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This was you saying guards that were your homies, or
the guards, the COs, yeah.
See, that's the thing. If you go to prison, like in El Paso, when I was in prison in El Paso, all the dudes from El Paso, they knew the guards.
Yeah, they all know each other out there,
dude. But there was a guard that was a dick, dude. He used to come in.
There's
like,
always that one asshole.
Yeah, and he was like overly a dick. He like if you're during count time, the rule book says you're supposed to be sitting up on your bunk, but at night when you're asleep, he'd wake you up. He was that dude that would wake you up. Get up, sit up. Rule book no section 6 says you sit up on your bunk and all that shit.
Your bunk, motherfucker.
Dude, they caught him, dude. Some dirties from El Paso caught him out at a party, dude, and beat the fucking shit out of him, dude. For being that dick, dude. And he went to work with rowdy old fucking raccoon.
Hey, do you think that guy remembers that the people that beat him up? I'm pretty sure the people who beat him up remembered him, but do you think the guard remembers an outside face that was an inside?
Probably not. That's probably why he walked in there thinking everything was cool when he was a piece of shit to these dudes and just a bunch of faces, bunch of numbers that he didn't remember, and they specifically remembered this dirty being, so he was their Dr. Mengele. And he walked into the fucking bar mitzvah on accident. They got his bitch ass, dude. Damn. And they fucked him. I don't know if that analogy is correct, but but shout out to Goldberg, my boy. I went to his son's bar mitzvah.
What's the craziest place you ever tagged?
I don't know.
The highway, like you hang off the side on the highway.
I've never hung off the highway like that, bro. I've painted the side of highway before, but not.
That's
like,
another.
What about billboards and stuff?
I painted a billboard before, like maybe like 5 or something. Not too many, but yeah,
like 5 of them. What did they say?
My name.
Is it so? Did that charge get worse, like for tagging, or is it less now?
Nah, it's the same, bro. It's a felony graffiti.
It's the lowest felony you can get, though.
I think so, but a felony is still fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
but is that the only time you went to prison for that state jail, or you went back again because your homeboys?
I wasn't tired of it, bro. I was like, yo, I gotta.
You were like,
back.
you know what? I heard the food is better if you go to Huntsville.
I was like, man, you know what? I don't want to work, bro. I'm gonna go to prison for a while and go kick it.
So you end up going back to TDC?
Yeah, I did jail? The last time. Yeah,
the last time. When was that?
It was like a few years ago, maybe like maybe 10 years ago, maybe 9-10 years ago.
Wait, how much time did you get that time?
I think I did 3.5.
On a what? On 5?
On a 5.
Really? Yeah. And what was it? Was it tough or was it like? Did you have to work the fields?
Nah, bro, I didn't do shit, bro.
What did you do? That's weird, dude. I always ended up doing all the bullshit. I was out in the fields.
Yeah.
Bro.
I did all that dirt, dude. Like,
bro,
fuck. I hear motherfuckers go, nah, dude.
I drew a lot in there. I drew a lot in there, and bro, but I got my GD in there this last time. I was in this fucking, I think I was in the Valley, Willisey or some shit,
Willisey,
bro, right?
It's in the Valley.
Bro, like, it was like 24-man tank divided by 3, 8 people per thing. So you have your own shower and fucking shit or whatever. Like private, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. They had fucking cable, bro. Like, what fucking more do you want, bro? You're like...
Freedom.
Like, yeah, well, of course, freedom, but you can't have your freedom. It's like, oh, I want to go home. But for being locked up, bro, it's like fucking stupid, retarded, like fucking watching movies in BET all fucking day, bro.
And that's a state prison?
That was a TDC.
Yeah, that's a Texas department. It's a state jail, though.
So as a state jail and a federal jail, as far as I'll say accommodations.
A federal jail? Is that what you said?
Yeah, as a federal prison.
Federal prison.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, bro.
Check this out.
I think every prison is different, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they'll all give you a fucking learning curve and be like,
yeah. What the state jail is, it's overflow for the prison system. The state jails were built in mass production pretty much during the Ann Richards era. When they had the prison boom and we had overcrowding and the prison
I don't know
system.
who that is, but fuck her.
She was the governor in the 90s, and what happened was the prisons were overcrowded. If you had they called it the revolving door era. If you had a 10-year sentence, you did 13 months. You did a month per year plus 90 days to process you out.
Wow.
So if you got a 20-year sentence, you did 23 months.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was just if you had parole forever, but you could go. That's why people went to prison 7, 8 times.
Yeah.
On a 20-year or a 10-year sentence, 20-year sentence.
Oh, so they had an earlier parole system.
Yes, they had this parole system, but what would happen is you'd go do 90-day turnarounds all the time. Like for your punishment, you'd go do 90 days. Stop being a vavoso. The prisons are too overcrowded, and you'd go do 90 days, and they'd send you back out. That's what I met dudes that did 4 years on a life sentence. I met a dude that did 7 years on a life sentence.
What's a life sentence? 35?
15 if it's a regular life sentence. Like if you kept tagging and just stealing and doing violent crimes, you just being a dummy. You just can't stop getting caught with drugs and shit like that. And they said, you've got 18 felonies. We're going to give you a life sentence. You don't stop. 15 years, you'll be up for parole. But now if you kill someone, it's 30 years for a capital murder. I think 35 for a capital murder or 45 in Texas.
For capital murder? 35?
35 or 45 for if you get a life sentence, a capital, like an aggravated life sentence. I think it's because I have a friend doing 2 aggravated life sentences, but he got them back in the 90s. And he has to do 30 on each one.
How old was he?
He's my age. Well, he's like a year or 2 younger. So he's like 50 right now. He was like 23, 24. He didn't kill anyone. He was involved in a case where someone was killed, but he introduced the dude that turned out to be the shooter to the people that were looking to hire someone to kill someone.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't know. But these 2 brothers had said, hey, man, we're looking for someone to do something crazy, man. And he just said, well, I know this dude. He said he'll do whatever's crazy. I don't talk to him. And he introduced him. Well, actually, they hired him to kill this dude's one of the brothers' wives. And the dude went and did it. And when the shit hit the fan and they caught him and all the shit, they said, well, he introduced us. And then they said, well, he knew. And he ended up getting a life sentence for that.
Everybody started putting
But
fingers.
it's like back to back he's going to do them. So that's 60 years?
Yeah, he has to do one. That's if he makes his first parole.
Oof.
That would be like if you, best case scenario, you made your first parole at 30 years and then they said, okay, now I'm free. Yep, now start your next one.
Start your next one.
Yeah, and then in 30 years, first parole, day 1, yes, you're out.
And you know what's crazy? I know somebody that happened to somebody. They got out and then they got him on another case. Right when he thought he was getting out, they got him on his, like.
They got my buddy like that, dude.
Fuck, that sucks,
I don't even want to say what, this old dude we used to hang out with, but the day he got out, I think for a burglary charge, they hit him with the capital murder charge. And he's been in since 88 right now. And when he went in 88 and he got a life sentence, he kicked off a riot in the county jail before going off to prison. He beat up a guard and all this shit happened. Well, he got 10 years for beating up that guard. Fuck it. He's going to do a life sentence. Well, he just made parole. A friend of mine ran into him in prison. A friend of mine told me, he was like, I ran into so-and-so in prison, man. He made parole on the life sentence, bro. But he's got that 10-year sentence he has to do now for assaulting that guard 30 years ago. So now the dude's in the middle of doing the 10-year sentence right now, which they'll make him do day for day. So he'll have 40 years when he gets out, and if he makes
Damn, he's at year 33.
So
right?
he's got...
So if he's been there since 88, it's 33 years in prison.
Yeah, in 28 is when he'll be out. In 40 years he'll have.
Completely different world.
Dude, flying
completely
ships,
different
Elon Musk and
the
phones. Like, I freaked out on
but you know what? He probably even has a cell phone.
Yeah, people have... Dude, I walked into a tattoo shop. I'm not going to say. Shout out to my boy, Benny. I walk in there, and he goes, I say, what's up to my brother? And he's doing a tattoo. Benny's doing a tattoo, and he's got the phone.
I already know.
He's got the phone sitting there, and his brother's in a prison cell. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? Hey, this special supply guy, dude. And hey, what's up, bro? And I said, that's my brother. He's doing a life sentence, dude. He's been locked up like 20 years or something like that. He's probably never getting out. And he's like, yeah, dude, what's up, bro? He's had his phone on. He's all yelling, hey, what's up, man? Just fucking hollering in the fucking, like, dude, chill out, dude. Like, but
he's happy to see people on the outside.
People,
that's got to make you feel a little, it's not free, but a little bit more free. You know what I mean? That you have that communication with the outside world.
Mikey Garza, he told me, I don't think he talked about it on the podcast, but he said in prison he was selling cell phones.
Yeah.
Okay, but he said he would rent them out.
No, that's what I was gonna say, bro. It's the smart move is to rent out the phone call for 5 minutes, bro.
And you know what happened? How smart that move turned out to be? Guess how the headache started? Guess how the problem started?
Oh yeah. Yo,
but you know how?
I got $2. I got 2 soups.
No.
Let me get that phone.
No, not crackheads. You use the phone for 5 minutes. You give it back to me. I give it to Josh. Josh used the phone. While he's on the phone, the girl you're talking to calls. He answers the phone, starts rapping to your chick, takes pictures of his dick, sends them to her, all this shit, and then they're calling. And then next time he talks and talks to chick again, that dude sent me a picture of his dick, and who had the phone? They're coming in. Hey, who had the fucking phone after me? I'm not gonna tell you who had the phone.
So what they say, bro?
She told me she was a doctor. Yeah, that's all it was.
So was it more like, whose fucking dick is this?
Yeah, exactly, dude. He's going around. Let me see in the shower. He's just fucking looking around.
No, you were chubbed up.
He was just borrowing the phone to look at the dicks, and he was walking around like, I need to rent it for another 10 minutes. Fucking, you're in here. I know you're in
He's
here.
He's a fucking Chewy. I know it was you.
I know, but I mean, and he said, dude, and dudes wanted to fight, dude. He was like, dude, and he was like, I had to just stop, bro.
Yeah.
It was creating shit, Of course. No shit like that is ever gonna go smoothly.
I've seen people fucking steal people's mail, bro, to get their bitches' fucking numbers or addresses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, that's a dirty dog move. That's a motherfucker that'll get stabbed over that shit. Yeah. So dude, that's it's a crazy world to be living in that. But So you were in there for 3.5 years?
Yeah. I actually started tattooing when I was locked up.
Is that how you?
My last unit, bro? Like, man. I got caught fucking making some what is it, that sud, right, to make the ink one time. The homie comes up to me.
I just saw him burn spoons.
Yeah. Well, you burn I would burn like in the can the baby oil inside the can with the fucking little paper towel, and I would just burn it on top of my stool locker. And I would just scrape that shit, you know what I'm saying, make my ink. And one time my homie comes over, he's like, yo, let me get some ink with the powder so he can make some money too, you know what I mean? So he can sell some ink caps.
So he scraped it off?
Well, no, I'm pouring him fucking some of that black shit into another black, and I have gloves on. So the director of the fucking jail walks in, she looks, and it's like, why do you have gloves on? What are y'all doing? And it was like a group of us in my bunk, bro, and she's like, what's going on over here? And then, bro.
You're like, I'm a proctologist.
Bro, she found like
sure everyone's fine.
I had all these needles made, bro. I had made all these needles. I had my tattoo machine right there. I had made, bro, and I was like, fucking. I had to buy it back, bro, from the guard. Like, but
they took it from you?
Yeah,
you get a major case for it?
Well, nah, not really, bro. Like, it was
not
fucking,
really. Either you did or you didn't.
No, I didn't, bro.
Oh, okay, because if you get a major case, they take your parole. And
like everything. I said, bro, I had to buy my shit back from the guard, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the guards are cool with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like. where my bunk was, the picket was right next to it. So the guard always come in and be like, "Yeah, Amesquita, shut the fuck up already."
And how
like,
much
we'll
did
be
you
up-
have to buy your shit back for?
Bro, I gave him like some sodas and some.
The guards are
Some
hard
other
up.
shit.
And
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dog. I
and
was
they gave
like,
you your shit back?
yeah, bro. Like, I was like, here, bro. What do you want, bro? I got like some fucking, I don't know, like M&Ms or some sweets and some sodas or whatever I had in my store. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever tattoo any of the guards?
No, bro. But one time, bro, I got cool with the guard, bro. So I would always tell him. At first, I would tell him, "Hey, bro, the homie wants to know if we can tattoo upstairs in the 3rd floor, right?" But it would be me tattooing, right? And so finally one day, I just told him, "Nah, bro, it's me, bro. I'm tattooing, bro." It's like, "Is it cool?" So, of course, like, you know, whenever you're tattooing, bro, you have to pay for a lookout or whatever, right? So I had my homie. He's like, "Hey, bro, look, bro, stay
Hold jiggers?
Yeah. So keep an eye out. And so he's there, bro. So I already talked to the homie or the guard, right, that he was going to come up. So the homie was like, "Hey, bro, the Malasa's coming, bro. The cop's coming, bro, whatever." And I was like, "Bro, fuck him, bro. Let him come." And I was like, "If you want, bro, take off, dog." You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't have to pay him?
Nah, but I already had the green light, homie. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So the cop comes and he's like, "Hey, bro, you getting better, bro, this and this." And I was like, man, I would just be there fucking just working, bro. Like, but I would always pay them, bro, before I would fucking tattoo. Yes, bro. Dog, I got to the unit with $84, bro, and I left with $900.
Oh, shit.
And I was just barely learning, bro. You know what I'm saying?
How long were you
Really?
in the unit for?
Huh?
How long were you there for? The
9
unit?
months, bro. Out of the 9 months, I would say I spent maybe like 5 months tattooing or doing something that had to do with tattooing.
Really?
Like, yeah.
But you've always been an artist because of the tagging, though.
Yeah. Shit, when I got off the bus, bro, I ran into all the homies. They're like, "Vale!" And I already knew it was on,
Were
right?
you all tatted up?
No, I only had my sleeve right here. This.
You had that already out
Yeah.
here? You got that out here?
I had my spur right here.
Oh, you already had that from the county?
No, I got it in there.
You got it locked
In
locked
prison.
up.
Yeah, I got it in prison.
That's done with prisoning?
Yeah, I think I got this in Mineral Wells, maybe.
I heard Mineral Wells was wide open. Did you have free world clothes there?
No,
no. Y'all went later. They used
we
to.
had those badass green like bomber
Jumpsuits?
jackets. They look like fucking New York Jet colors, like a jacket. I thought it was a fucking New York Jet bomber jacket, bro. Like
That's what the
I
prison
fucking-
jackets.
I put NY.
That's what the green prison jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those things.
But bro,
suck.
I think
When
I
you have to
think-
wear them for 6 years and they're not so badass.
and that place used to be a military barracks.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah, Mineral Wells
Like,
out there in West
yeah.
Texas. Yeah.
Bro, the journey to get there, bro, is fucking fucked up, bro. Like, I think the worst place is Darrington, bro. It reminded me
Oh,
of that
yeah.
movie,
Rockin'
Shawshank
D.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like,
Middle
it's
of
all
nowhere.
brick, bro. It's all fucking big ass roaches, like bigger than the can. Like,
Darrington was where my buddy Mark did 13 years there.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
That's-
Darrington that's a real deal. That's a real deal. Old school.
Yeah,
Beto
bro.
one.
Yeah, bro. That's
Beto one. Darrington. Fucking.
No AC?
No.
nah, bro.
No.
You're fucking nah, bro.
No. They don't know.
You're
I
in
know.
prison now. Bro.
Yeah. This is real prison.
This is maybe like you're in 1800s prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or the
Right,
early
man.
1900s type prison. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
crazy, dude. When you're out there, I mean, it's like it's all cement, you know, and it's
concrete,
fields,
bro. Like
you know, that
bricks.
what you do is you lay down in your boxes in your cell and pour water all over yourself and put the fan blowing on you, and that's how you try to stay cool in the middle of summer when it's June, July, August. August is brutal. July and August, just dead heat. You know those fields when you're driving to the valley. Have you ever seen those prisons out there?
Yeah.
Just think about that. No AC in there.
Right when you're getting into Edinburgh, there's a big one on the left. It says, "Don't pick up hitchhikers."
Yeah, but that's the best place to pick up hitchhikers.
Always pick up those guys.
Don't listen to that.
They
kids.
tip well.
Yes, no, because it makes for exciting evening. Fucking, you'll have plenty of material if you're a writer, a comic, a musician, anything.